How y'all doing? Getting ready to do this show, and as it was stated in the interview that I done with my daughter last week, this is what you call pre-Ajabu Speaks. What strange things going on with my email. We're having impact because they beginning to play with my stuff. Well, I mean, they've been playing for a while, but I'm seeing some more of it. Playing with my email account. And I need y'all support. You know, go to ajabuspeaks.squarespace.com. Go on the right hand side where it says Speaking Truth to Power. Go down where it says subscribe to Ajabu Speaks Radio and subscribe. I need your support. But they messing with me. But they messing with me because I'm telling you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the butt-naked truth. And I'm gonna keep on. And it's doing something for my mental health. I like it. When you just be true to yourself, and I'm being true to me so I can be true to you so that we can get to the truth. We got to get to the truth. These folks is out here playing games and killing folks and stuff. They got the brother Sinwar. It's not good that they're going around killing people because these people in Palestine don't want them to keep the land, don't want the Zionists to keep the land that they have stolen from the Palestinians. And so they're resisting the theft, and these people say, "Oh, you resisting us stealing your stuff, so we'll kill you." And so they killed Yahya Sinwar yesterday. Called him. Not good. But that's not what I want to talk about. Y'all buckle up. I'm getting ready to be there. Because this is what I want to talk about. Welcome. For those who don't know, this is Elder Emoja Ajabu, your host for Ajabu Speaks. This program is dedicated to stripping the clothes off of well-dressed lies, and there's a bunch of well-dressed lies running around here. And so in order to get to the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the butt-naked truth, one has to be unbought, unbossed, and unafraid to tell that truth. In part, and even more important, this show is about living the life and the things that are happening with our life, and understanding where we are from African people's perspective in this story that is a continual development of life, and the way to help you to understand life is to share life. What I'm going to do is share some of my life with you and put it into the overall perspective of the life that we're living. And to do that, I want to start with last week I went to a funeral. And the funeral was for a 2-year-old child who was the great granddaughter of a childhood friend of mine, and I didn't know her, but I went there to support him. And when I went there, I didn't know a whole bunch of people. I ran into his daughter, which who I embraced. But I went to the front of the chapel to view this child, and the child was laying there peacefully. But it was tragic in my mind. That here it is, a child is not had but 2 years of life, and it was over with. And I found out that the mother was told that the child would not have a long life, even a quality of life, because the child had health challenges. And so the people that were sharing with her about these health challenges, I'm sure, I said, well, hon, the child is not going to be healthy. It's not going to have a good life. It's going to impact your life. We would suggest that you abort it, that you kill it. And the mama said, no, I ain't killing my baby, and I ain't going to let y'all kill the baby neither. Boy, the love that she had for that child in the womb, before the child is born, said, no, this developing human in my body is going to develop to the degree that it can develop, and I'm going to love it to the end. And that was 2 years. And I look at that in context of the life that we're living, to where that in national discussions, there's some women who are talking about is don't tell me what to do with my body, is my body, and if there's a developing human in my body and I want to kill it, then I can kill it because it's in my body. Where's the love in that? You can tell the development of a society, of a people, by how they treat their children and their prisoners. And I'll get into that at another time, but I want to stay with the child here. We got women who have healthy babies, and developing humans, and they might, oh, it's just a blood clot. No, it's a developing human. And if you let it keep on developing, then it's going to be a child, and then that child is going to develop to a youth, and that youth is going to develop to a young adult, and that adult is going to develop to a senior citizen, and eventually become an ancestor. That's what life does. That's the development of life. And if you stop it at any point in its development, you have killed it. And so now you got a mother who is saying that because the developing human is at the early start of its development, it's in her womb, and because it's in her womb, she ought to have the right to kill it. Where's the love in that? And see, this to me goes back to the core of why there is so much stress and strife in this society, because this society says that it's all right for a mother to kill a developing human that's in her womb because it's in her womb. That's ludicrous. That's not love. But here it is, a woman that had a baby that was having challenges, was going to have challenges. She was told it was going to have health challenges developing in her womb, and she said, let it be born. I'm saying that we need to develop a society where that type of love is in the society, so that when we become developed, that we know better how to get along because we were loved. That takes me to my child. And I was interviewing her last week, and if you missed the interview, you need to catch up with it. And you can do that by going to my website, www.ajabuspeaks.squarespace.com. Again, www.ajabuspeaks.squarespace.com. Go look at that interview, because in that interview she's talking about how to parent without violence. Now you know, in this society, and Lord knows I'm getting ready to tell you how I participated in that through her experiences. But you know, in this society, and definitely in our neighborhood, when you white folks would say spanks, we say when you whip a child, then actually that's an act of love. That's the a way that you are correcting the child's behavior, to say that if you acting the way that you acting, then you ain't gonna get along in this society, and this society will hurt you. So I'm gonna hurt you to change you from being hurt because I love you. And my daughter was sharing an experience of where she had deceived and lied to myself and her mother, and because she had done that, I told her to strip, to put her hands up on a bunk bed, and I whipped her. I'm not the man now that I was then, because I listen, and I don't even remember it. But just because I don't remember it, don't mean it didn't happen, because it happened to her and she remembers, and so I'm gonna go along with her memory. You know, shoot, I'm old bones, so my memory don't always work all right. So, but I'm gonna go along with hers, and I'm saying that I'm going to treat that as the truth. And if it's the truth and I done that, then the man that I am now is not the man that I was then. I whipped her because she deceived us and lied. And she says that there's a way that you can stop that behavior, and it don't have to be violent. And I wish I knew that then, because it would have spared her, but I didn't. And what I done there was an act of love, to say, hon, do not lie or deceive me. I'm with you. I'm on your team. I want to help you. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to us. Tell us what we're dealing with so that we know what we're dealing with. It's okay. Don't lie. And see, my daddy was like that. You know, shoot. Don't lie to my daddy. Tell him the truth. And even if you've done something that might warrant a whipping, you more likely have stood the chance, will be given the opportunity not to get the whipping, because you told the truth. But she said that there is a way to do that without being violent, and I'm saying go to interview. It's worth listening to. She's got a point. But looking at the reason of why I chastise her, I look at how lying and deceit played a part in my life to the degree, and I do remember this, of going to Vietnam as the all-American boy, who the patriot, the one that wanted to see America win at all costs, and went to Vietnam, and because I was like that, the unit that I was in was granted the third highest medal as that they grant, because we lost people, lives were spent. And so they granted us and we earned the Bronze Star because of the stress and strains that we was under in order to try to help this country accomplish the mission that it had in Vietnam. And when I found out what the mission was in Vietnam, I was embarrassed. What am I doing? Helping America steal, trying to steal the oil and create a market for rice in Vietnam when those people did not want that. And because they didn't want it, I was over there to say, shoot, we're going to make you want it, and shoot and kill and help people to kill them people. No, I didn't want to be a part of that. And what caused me to understand that I was being a part of that, or that I had been deceived and lied to be a part of that, was while there was a woman that we called Saigon Mary, and she set up a PA system on the perimeter of Saigon, and spoke about black man. Why are you over here fighting Vietnamese for America, and America is fighting you? I said, damn, and if I put that in context, that's 1968. I'm going to Vietnam in 1969. On the way to Vietnam, they killed Martin Luther King in April of '68. Coming out of Vietnam in December, they killed Fred Hampton, and now this woman is asking me, why am I fighting for people that done killed Martin Luther King and Fred Hampton, who's fighting for me? I said, I ain't gonna cuss, but I am. Ajabu, what are you doing? And so I started looking at all of that I had gone through, and then the next thing that I look up and see, reflecting on all of that, is Barack Obama on the boob tube and interrupting my contemplation on why did I do that, how did I do that, and understanding that I was lied to and deceived to persuade me to do that. And then here it is, you got Barack Obama on the boob tube talking about that black men, we need to make sure that we support Kamala Harris, because it looks like we're not supporting Kamala because she is a woman. Barack, sit your butt down. Let me calm down. Because as the elder, as the one that's living this life. Young man, no, that's not the case. And I don't know where you got that. You understand? Now, I know, and I ain't trying to be funny here, but I know, you know, that you one of those house folks. Malcolm used another word, but I'm not going to use that word because I'm trying to come to you in love. But I am going to use that word house. And I'm going to use the word house because you're the only one of us that has been able to be elected to the White House. So you definitely a house, one of us. And because you are a house, one of us, it looks like that you might be done lost your way. And even though we supported you getting into the house, we ain't happy about some of the things that you done while you were there, man. And you got the nerve to want to criticize us when shoot, you wasn't in office 120 days and you gave the order for 3 16-year-old black African youth to be shot in the head because they had taken a boat and they wanted some money, some food. They was hungry. And it was the policy of America that caused the famine in Somalia. And they wanted some food, and because they wanted some food, instead of you giving them some food, you gave them 3 bullets in the head. Man, how are you gonna criticize us doing stuff like that? Nah. And see, you going to find, and you didn't even, let me even go here. You didn't even stop there. You went on the continent. A man was trying to organize the United States of Africa to where it's the African people, you, me, everybody like you and me, Kamala too, would control the resources that are coming off the African continent, to whereas that the resources was controlled for our benefit, not for the thieves that's over there stealing it now, who's taking our wealth, and we're not benefiting from the theft. He said, no, stop the theft, and okay, if you want some, we'll sell it, and when we sell it, we'll get the benefit of the deal. And you killed the man that was trying to organize that. Colonel Gaddafi, Muammar. I was in South Africa, and a king showed me his land, which was vast, and on his land was mining operations. He showed me 5 mines, and there was gold and copper and manganese and cobalt, and it just went on and on and on. And he was telling me that he has to pay, or the people that were paying that had to pay $50 billion a month. Excuse me, now $50 million a month. And he said, look, man, shoot, if y'all help me to stop that, she will give it to you. And the man that was trying to do that on the continent level, you gave him a bullet in the head too. And you got the nerve to want to chastise us? Oh, come on, Barrack. Sit yourself down. And especially when we're going to support Kamala, our sister, because she's saying that she is not going to continue the policy that actually started, what she says Biden's policy, but Biden's policy started with you. She says she's not going to continue. She's not going to be shooting us in the head. She is saying that there needs to be peace over there in the Middle East, over there in Palestine, where them Zionists done stole that land and killing people trying to keep it. And when you're talking about the support that you think that you, or lack of support that you think you see, you're using the evidence to be exit polls on what the level of support was for Hillary Clinton and Genocide Joe, as opposed to the phone calls that are being made in these polls that's coming up to saying that our support is not as great for Kamala as it was for those two white folks. That's not true. That's not apples and oranges. It may be true, but I'm willing to say, and I'm sure it's not true, and will be shown not to be true, because those are exit polls. Those polls that are showing the support for Hillary Clinton and Genocide Joe are from people that are coming from the polls, and they done been asked, how did you vote? It's a more accurate poll. When you look at the poll that they're determining our support to be less from Kamala than what it was for Genocide Joe and Hillary, that's a phone call. What you're going to find, and I predict, I'm going to prophesy here, I'm going to put it into the air, that when it comes time for the vote to be tallied from the November 5th election, that you're going to find that men, black, African men, supported Kamala just as much as we did Hillary, and I didn't support Hillary and Joe. Not me, you know. So I'm unbought. But when it looks like that and they take the exit polls, you're going to find that we supported them just as much as we did those other two, if not more. And see, if you want to chastise somebody and look at the support for Kamala, see, I think that you should be looking at that not only will we African men support Kamala at a high percentage, you're going to see quite a few and probably surprising number of whites, Republicans that voted for Duck. You know Duck. Walk like a duck, quack like a duck, look like a duck. You got a Donald. I'm talking about a Donald. I'm talking about Duck. You're going to find some people that supported him, that are going to defect from him and support Kamala, because they are sick and tired of the continuation of that white male thought that has morphed into the MAGA people, you know. And the MAGA people, I call them the many against going ahead. You know, the MAGA people, those ones that follow Doug. There are going to be many of those who were with the MAGA school of thought, who are going to defect and say, look, I'm through with that. I don't like that traditional male thought, elite male thought that is about expansion and going places in the world and taking people's stuff. That shit, even taking the people, they stole us. And now the legacy of all that is this faction of people that are following Doug I'm saying that there are people are sick of that, and Kamala is saying that she's not going to continue that, which you did, Barrack. You got the nerve to want to try to chastise somebody. You need to sit yourself down and shut the buck up. Yeah, I said it. And I meant it. Unbought, unbossed, and unafraid of the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the butt naked truth. So yeah, man, sit yourself down. We are going to be with our sister, defend our sister, and know that we're gonna start doing for self. You've been listening to Elder Moja Jabu, because we understand that we got to treat the children better. Barrack, know better, which if I'd have knew what my daughter was teaching, shoot, I wouldn't have whipped her. Even though I whipped her out of love, because I wanted her to have integrity. And she's got, oh man, when you're talking about the humans that I know in this world, her integrity is up here. I don't know if there's any kinks. So it obviously worked, but it could have been done in a different way. You can catch the elder live. Well, if you're local in Indianapolis, Indiana, you can catch me on the FM dial, 91.9 FM, 91.9 FM. If you're anywhere else in the world, you can catch me streaming live at www.919witt.org. Let me say that again, at www.919witt.org. I'm about. And catch shows at my webpage, jabu.squarespace.com, www.jabu.squarespace.com. Unbought, unbossed, and unafraid of the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the butt naked truth. You know I ain't got but one question for you. You ready? I got some nerve. Ain't he got some nerve? We ain't gonna support the sister. Yeah, we gonna support her and she gonna win. And we gonna defend her, see, cause it's a tough game she's in. And then them elite white males, you know, the way that they want to solve problems is shoot people. That's what they doing over there in Palestine. Shooting people. The same thing is they paying Ruto out of Kenya to go into Haiti to do. Ain't that them paying a brother who's got an army, who should be fighting for us, to go and use his army to police our brothers and sisters in Haiti. He done lost his mind. And the U.S. is paying for it. Or actually saying that they're paying for it, and they give them a little bit, they ain't giving them what they say they were supposed to be giving them, and they still fighting our people for Joe Biden, for Genocide Joe. Oh man, they done lost their mind. Look, I got to keep it moving. I'm trying to do some traveling this weekend, go see my relatives, my children, my grandbabies, and a little business too, you know. So I'm going to get out of here. But y'all, look, support us. Go to ajabwhospeaks.squarespace.com, and you know that's a www.ajabwhospeaks.squarespace.com. Go on the right hand side of the page, and there's a section called Speaking Truth to Power. And the second item on under that heading is subscribe to A Job Who Speaks Radio. Do that for me so that we can keep this thing live and in the living color. Unbossed and unafraid.